Yes. Welcome back to another episode of Ninkolegy podcast with our two new co-hosts, Kim Jong-un and Queen Elizabeth.
I can never match up to them.
Yes, we do know they're severely better than this guy. Hey, you bully me a lot, so I can bully you once.
I guess that's how it works.
You guess?
Yeah.
No, it is how it works.
No, that's not true.
Aww, baby's crying. Anyway, what are
You're dying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't laugh at me.
I'm gonna write down something. No. Okay, so what's the
general topic? Let me see here.
Careful. I have something in there I don't want people seeing. Nice. And he found the picture.
I didn't know you kept pictures of your mom in here.
Yes, I do.
But yeah, the general topic is basically what is real, and like how do we know that life is not some sort of simulation, and how do we prove that some things aren't like false or some things are true. Yeah, well, some things are synthetic.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of some things.
Yeah. So
But
like,
yeah.
Take this coffee cup, for instance. How do we know this is real? Like,
It's real defective is what it is.
so
That was the first line of coffee mugs.
It's a confusing topic. It really is.
I think, because like there are weird things that happen. Like, I don't know how far back this was, but there was that thing that happened not too long ago, I don't think, where birds were just randomly falling out of the sky.
Yeah. I don't know when that was. It was probably like...
I think it was sometime in 2021.
I can actually open a tab now. Anyways, keep elaborating.
And then there was that thing that was fairly recently that I believe happened in, I want to say, LA. I can't quite remember where it was, but it basically like made an entire town,
Oh, yeah.
if not bigger area, like having a whole orange tone to the place.
It's fire.
Oh, it was just a fire?
That's why, because of that. But the birds falling was February 15th, 2022.
Oh.
So pretty recently.
That was only
like,
then?
Yeah.
I could have sworn that was much further back.
It said thousands of birds just fell out of the sky. Randomly, all at once. Just gone.
Random heart attacks. Random bird heart attacks for the little pebble hearts.
That would kill them.
So yeah, like, can you think of any cases or just like examples where like proof that indeed reality is real or that it's definitively false?
Okay, where reality is real. Honestly, we don't know that. People could be lying to us. We could be lying to ourselves.
Yeah, but I meant like in your opinion, cases where it seems like it's definitively real.
I don't know, when like things break and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So like if you throw something and it shatters into millions of pieces. Except for a book.
Oh yeah, books don't break.
They shred.
I mean, you don't just throw them and they shred.
I'm pretty sure if you just drop the book off the Empire State Building, it would be perfectly fine.
Well, the terminal velocity might break it.
Maybe. It'd also kill someone if it hit them.
That bottle sure didn't kill anyone.
I'm gonna pick those up before they start a fire.
I think examples of like liminal spaces is like that of proving that. Well, I guess I wouldn't say proving, but like shows that of like realism.
Yeah.
And that life is real. Because those liminal spaces is like that of their own false space. If you get what I mean. And that they're an in-between space.
Sorry if we're hurting your brains.
I'm also just not the best at explaining.
Agree to disagree.
For those who don't know what liminal spaces are, they're things like hallways, bridges. In terms of like physical terms anyway, they're like hallways, bridges, stuff like that.
Things that connect things.
Elevators.
That connect things.
Yeah, connect things in terms of physical ones. There are mental and emotional ones as well.
Which also connect things.
Yeah, just connective things. Connective and transitional things is what liminal spaces are.
Yeah.
Just like there are superliminal things. Or subliminal.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's called subliminal.
Subliminal and superliminal. Superliminal is also the name of a game.
Well, we're already getting off of track. I mean, we are 8 minutes in, so...
Makes sense.
Makes sense. Yeah.
So...
Have you, like, ever played a game that replicates liminal spaces?
That replicates liminal spaces.
Yeah.
I've seen plenty of games that replicates liminal spaces.
Do they freak you out?
No. I guess technically I have, because I played the Joy of Creation Reborn demos. Because, like, I don't know if you ever played the Joy of Creation Reborn game when it fully came out. I mean, you probably could, because it is free. But I don't know if you ever played the demos of it, but they were like all of like the stages, Freddy, Chica, Foxy, and Bonnie and such. Aside from Chica's, even though it was still a liminal area, you could only go so far. The other three, Freddy, Foxy, and Bonnie, they were all very liminal areas of just like hallways. Except for Foxy's, which was an attic, but it was still very liminal in comparison to Chica's, which was a forest area. And Freddy and Bonnie's was just like hallways and such.
Always.
And you're just looking for 4 items. And a small time limit while they're chasing you. I say chasing, but they're looking for you. And if they spot you, they chase you. It used to be, back when the demo first came out, it was just Freddy in a small hall, and in like a small square even, with no items. He's just chasing you if he sees you. And like I said, no items. There were a few Easter eggs in the original version of like Foxy, Bonnie, and Bonnie, I believe. But that was about it. And then in the next demo version, it came out with Freddy's actual item gathering version. And then he kept updating it from there. And then after each version came out to where all 4 versions existed, he reworked it from there to be an actual game. And it was a very huge rework, as you can tell.
Yeah.
Because there's only I think one level in the whole game that I think even slightly resembles that now, which is a later level, unless you want to argue that the second level is like that.
Honestly, I'll have to play this for a video.
The Joy of Creation Reborn.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what it is, the Joy of Creation story mode.
Alright.
You can still download the Joy of Creation Reborn, as you can see. And honestly, as much as I'd like to finish the Joy of Creation story mode, unless I'm just terrible at playing it, I can't get past the second level. The first level is really easy, for the most part. But the second, I'm really bad at.
I don't know.
And the levels in the Joy of Creation Reborn just takes practice. And knowledge of where the items are, because they don't really move.
Which one is harder?
Between Joy of Creation story mode and Reborn?
Yeah.
I'd say story mode, because like I said, Reborn just takes knowledge of where the items are, because they don't really move.
I would have to play it. Because
I'd say in like comparison to FNAF fan games like Five Nights at Candy's and One Night at Flumpty's, for example, it's definitely up there, especially for like originality. But it's definitely not like an actual FNAF clone, because it's its own thing.
yeah,
All it really takes is the characters, and that's about it. Otherwise, it's
the
its own
characters
thing.
changed up a little bit too.
Yeah, the characters have their own look.
Yeah. Did Scott fund it or anything?
Not that I know of.
I know he's big into funding.
I can't remember if it's
Stuff
supposed to
like
be
that.
a fan game of another fan game or not, but I'm pretty sure it's just its own fan game.
Yeah. I remember I watched a video about it like when it first came out around 6-7 years ago. And it scared the life out of me.
Yeah, it definitely is fairly scary.
Compared to the normal FNAF games. I don't know, Security Breach is not really scary.
I don't think Security Breach is really designed to be that scary.
Because it's supposed to be a kid's game.
I don't know about that.
It's rated everyone 10. Plus.
And there are lots of horror games that are rated everyone.
Yeah, as long as they don't have, like, blood, gore, that's fine. But if it's a psychological horror game, then maybe it shouldn't be for kids.
I'm pretty sure every Freddy's game is a psychological horror game.
Survival horror. That's what it's classed as, anyway.
I mean, yeah, all of them are survival horror, but I'm pretty sure some of them are also psychological.
I'm going to open Steam. I'll have to install the Joy of Creation. Because I personally have never played it. Nor have
You've
I
also never
watched
done
it.
full playthrough, I don't think, of the Five Nights at Candy series.
No.
You've watched me play them.
Yeah. And I was actually in one of your videos.
A long time ago.
Yeah, like 4 years ago.
And you were also, I believe, in my recent, well, I say recent, you're also in one of my videos I did, I believe, on the Five Nights at Candy's remaster.
Yeah. And then
but that was it. You didn't actually ever play it.
And then me and you did night 1, night 2, night 3, and night 4 on my channel in 2020. I doing night 1 and 2, and you did night 3 and 4.
Yeah, but you never actually finished it.
Right. You know what? I'll finish it. I've never finished an actual FNAF game except for Pizzeria Simulator, which is arguably the easiest one.
Because you don't even have to get a single animatronic.
Dude, the boring ending.
That's still an ending.
In the playthrough I did recently, like last year, I got every animatronic except for Lefty.
Well, then that's not the ending. Go get another one.
Because Jessie was right over my shoulder. Because she hates Lefty with a burning passion. And she's like, no, you're not. And still to this day, it's one of my most viewed videos. So it was my most viewed video for a while. And the ending is called The Final Failure. So guess who failed?
You failed.
I did fail.
I really loved FNAF 3, Five Nights at Candy's 3.
What makes it so different between the other two?
Well, the other two are sequels.
Duh.
The first one, it has the knack and novelty of being the original, as well as the fact of, like, the night vision thing. So, like, in order to see anything on the cameras at all, you have to be in night vision mode. Which is, I guess, a cool feature. But, like, it's also not the most important thing, because once you know which animatronics are at what part of the camera, you'll be able to know, for the most part, where they are, due to where the eyes are, and if they're on the camera at all, because most of the animatronics have glowing eyes. The only ones you need to check via night vision is Blank, Rat, and if you're playing the remastered version, Shadow Candy in the Secret Night. Those are the only ones you'll even need to worry about. Five Nights at Candy's 2, honestly, I don't like it. It's probably my least favorite Five Nights at Candy's game of the 3, soon to be 4. It's probably because of the telephone feature. Especially since the telephone feature itself is semi-broken. But I don't know. It's probably because not only does the feature itself not work very well, it's really repetitive, unlike what it feels like throughout Five Nights at Candy's 1, Five Nights at Candy's 3. And I feel like if you're going to have to do something on every night, even if the characters are different, or regardless of whether or not the characters are different, it shouldn't feel super repetitive. And which is something that, despite the fact that Five Nights at Candy's 3 only ever has you go against, if I recall, 3 different people, 2 of which are throughout the main 5 nights, then it makes no sense why Five Nights at Candy's 2 should have the problem of feeling repetitive, while Five Nights at Candy's 3 does not.
Five Nights at Candy's 2 feels repetitive.
Yes. Because literally all you do throughout the whole thing is you look at cameras, if you even want to. You flash your thing to see if someone's coming down your hallway. If someone's coming down your hallway, you go on the camera, ring a phone, and then when they leave, you preferably turn off the phone so that they don't break it. Because you want to preserve as many phones as possible. Because if you let them go to the phone and break it, you're not going to be able to use it for a while. I don't know how it gets fixed, but it does. And then there are a few other people who get introduced and do other things, like Penguin, who somehow turns into a virus for your cameras, but I don't know how that works. And Chester, that monkey, who goes into the vents, which means you gotta go to the camera he's on and turn on the phone, which can be helpful sometimes if someone's actually in your hallway that either you didn't even know about or you did know about and were just going to a phone anyway.
Would you say it's the easiest one?
No, not by a long shot. I'd say it's actually the hardest.
The hardest, but yet it's the most repetitive.
Yes, it's the most repetitive by nature, but it's also the hardest.
What do you think is the easiest one?
Skill-wise, I'd say skill-wise, it would be Five Nights at Candy's 3.
And why?
Because of the fact that it's not the hardest in the world, but unlike Five Nights at Candy's 1, where it's just push a button, turn on a light, push a button, turn on a light, look at camera, such and such, like that.
So basically FNAF 1, but with your own characters.
Yeah. Instead of stuff like that, it's you have to actively move stuff around and look side to side and make sure you use the tape to make the night go faster so that it doesn't last like 10 minutes. And that, not also that, but I believe if I recall correctly, it has multiple endings as well. FNAF 3, or FNAC 3, rather. Which is why there is, I believe there is 3 endings. There is the normal ending. There's the origami cat ending. And then there's the secret ending, I believe.
The origami cat ending.
Yes. The origami cat ending.
I am so concerned of what that is.
I believe it revolves around you knocking down... Because if you knock down... the origami cat... I'm not sure if you've watched any of my videos.
I have.
Of the FNAC 3 game.
I have.
But if you knock down the... Because the origami cat is something that's actually in your room. If you look around it, it's on a table. If you knock it down, if you click on it a few times, it falls down. In your next dream in the night, they'll be like, oh, hey, you knocked me off the table. I try not to do it again. Like, it won't say that if you didn't knock it down, obviously. And I believe if you just keep doing that, eventually it'll kick in the ending. But I might be wrong. That might not be how you get the origami cat ending.
It's basically
it's another form of secret ending, but it revolves around the origami cat.
So it's an Easter egg ending.
Yeah. I know there's a form of ending involving it because there's 4 different colored stars. There's the first star, there's a shadow star, there's a peppermint star from the secret ending, and then there's a blue star from the origami cat ending. The shadow star is just from doing the night 6, which night 6 or whatever it's called, where you face off against Vinny, which is the name of the puppet that the puppeteer uses, which is the hardest thing you face against, because it like has 8 different positions it stands at in the room. Not like not 8 different positions in the room, but whenever it gets into the room, it has 8 different positions it swings around in, so it's hard to keep your mouse on it to prevent it from attacking you.
Definitely not gonna go watch through these after we're done.
Check out my channel at youtube.com/SoulFoxie.
Slash what?
SoulFoxie.
SoulFoxie.
I should have a playlist on it.
You do. 30 episodes. Goodness. Yeah, there I am. I'm literally...
This is the Five Nights at Candy series.
Yeah.
In its entirety.
You did so many videos, and you did a review? A 46-minute review?
Yeah.
Huh?
It's edited as well.
What did you review on?
The game. I reviewed the game.
I mean, I could summarize a review in like 3 minutes.
Have you played the game?
No.
Then you could not review it.
But once I watch it and play it, then I could.
It's not... A thorough review has to take time.
I still want to know how it took you almost 50 minutes.
'Cause I was being thorough.
I'm gonna watch that.
The review?
Yeah.
Alright, we'll watch it together after this.
Okay.
Don't give me that look. Don't give me that look either.
So I'll probably also play the game, maybe through a playthrough or maybe just in my spare time.
I say if you're gonna play through the Five Nights at Candy's games, just play 1, 2, and 3 in that order.
I'm not sure if I should record it though.
I don't care if you record it or not.
Because for the first time actually playing the game, I recorded it, and that was with you.
I do say that if you play Five Nights at Candy's 1, just get the remastered version.
It is better.
Well, not because it's better necessarily, but because it has better graphics and it has the secret shadow candy thing that the first version just doesn't have. Ironically, though, despite the fact that Emil Mako made a new version with better graphics and new stuff, he still didn't fix that one glitch from excuse me. He still didn't fix that one glitch from the original version. Or wait, was it Five Nights at Candy's one that had a glitch? I can't remember. Why are you sneering at me like that, sir?
Nice 30 minutes in.
Yeah, and you're not bringing up a new topic. What a great host you are. Look at this dude. Look at his head.
I'm a dead man.
At least he doesn't look like Deku anymore.
I look like a
Twat.
This man said I look like a twat.
What did you say you look like, though?
I look like a homeless version of Deku.
No, you don't have nearly enough hair for that.
If Deku cut his hair. Someone said I look like Tangerino from Demon Slayer.
Tanjiro?
Yeah, whatever.
Maybe. At least you don't look like this anymore.
What do you mean? You look like that.
I don't see the semblance.
We have the same hair color.
My green has basically all faded. It was nowhere near as bright as yours.
Yeah, I did dye my hair like a good 2 months after you did.
Not a good 2 months. And my hair dyed way before you did.
But I actually had it green before you did.
Yeah, but you had yours way brighter.
Yeah. I've dyed my hair 3 times in the past year.
One thing you did wrong, though, was that you basically washed it all out by taking a shower immediately.
I have my original dark brown black hair.
Good for you, buddo.
I'm growing it out. I'm gonna put red highlights in it. So I don't get bullied that I'm an emo kid.
I feel like that'll just make you look more like an emo kid.
I've never seen an emo kid with red hair.
They wear their hair in all colors, bud.
Sure, but it's mainly black is associated with them.
But that a lot of people just have their natural hair in that color.
I know. I still get bullied that I look like an emo kid.
I think you're just ignorant. As well as them. Both them and you are just ignorant. Don't give me that look. This guy's giving me all sorts of looks. Pervert.
What?
You heard me.
What are you trying to catch a case?
You gonna add me to this collection here?
Well, it doesn't work.
What?
It doesn't work. I've tested it on myself.
We can write down Mr. Nink.
Well, it does work.
It's a Death Note.
A very crappy version. Don't worry. I'll get...
We got it off the street. Exactly where he got his in the anime.
Just outside of his high school, just laying there. I'll have to call up Ryuk and to give me an actual one that works. I have one speed dial.
Maybe I can do the exact same thing and get an anime. Get an anime about my terrible life.
Just you playing games for multiple hours a day.
That's not the case right now.
Yeah, maybe we'll add some little sprinkle of fun into your life. We'll give you a life.
I have a life?
Yeah.
But I'm a ghost.
I got a question.
What?
Why the first episode of this podcast, like the very first one, did we make it under 30 minutes?
I don't know. 'Cause we're idiots.
And it still has the most audience retention and is still the most viewed video. It has...
People hate long stuff for some reason.
Yeah, because people have short attention span due to TikTok. Like, you just watch 15-second clips over and over again.
You want this plant pizza?
Anyway, the video has 8 minutes of audience retention.
But it's like 28 minutes.
Yeah. I don't know, what would be like a good short but sweet?
But sweet.
But sweet.
To Josh Whedon.
You know, that country that that Minecraft is based in. Sweden. We're cancelled. Well, actually, some people say Sweden does not exist.
Sweden?
It's actually a part of Finland and Norway, which also don't exist. They're just Denmark.
What? I don't even know what you're talking about anymore.
And actually, Denmark doesn't exist either. It's just all Germany.
And that's just all Europe.
Well, yeah, technically it is part of Europe. It's the cold version of it.
But Europe is just all Asia.
And then Asia is just all Africa. Because they're all
And
connected.
Africa is just all one big landmass of Pangea.
Yeah, we're not connected.
And that's just all the ocean.
We're actually on a different planet.
We're on the moon, and we observe Earth.
The United States is actually on the moon.
Yeah.
No other country.
That's why Americans are so different from the rest of the world, because we're technically aliens.
That's why we're literally one of the only countries that still use the metric system.
That still use the metric system. What?
Yeah.
I think you mean don't use the metric system?
I don't use the metric system. Yeah, my bad. I use the English system. When the English
I think you mean the American system.
When the English don't even use the English system. The other two countries being Liberia and Myanmar/Burma.
Huh?
Yeah, it goes by 2 names.
Oh, okay.
Depending on who you talk to. Some people
I don't talk to anyone.
Some people say it's Burma, some people say it's Myanmar, so Google Maps is just like, how about both?
How about I give you both?
There's towns like that too, where Google Maps says, because of how controversial the town name is.
What about that one town with an extremely long name? I think it's Welsh.
See if we can pronounce it.
Oh, hell no. There's no way.
I know there's a video of some guy pronouncing it.
Obviously, he's probably Welsh.
No, he wasn't Welsh. He was just a weatherman.
Well, the weather people have to know those things.
He's the only person that can do it. That's how long the name is. Holy.
Let me see. Let me see this. No, hand it to me. I need to see this.
It doesn't even fit on a title on YouTube.
We had a big contrast in temperature across the UK, just 12 degrees over coastal parts of eastern England with cloudy skies, but in the sunshine in northwest Wales at RAF Mona, just up the road from Llanfair to Pwllgwyn, Gellgogera Quindrobwll, Llantysilio Gogogoch, the temperature got to 21
He did that flawlessly. And that's the actual name of the town. And that's how long the welcome sign is.
Oh my god.
Why?
Please play that again. That was a feat to behold.
Yo, he did it flawlessly.
With cloudy skies, but in the sunshine in northwest Wales at RAF Mona, just up the road from Llanfair to Pwllgwyn, Gellgogera Quindrobwll, Llantysilio Gogogoch, the temperature got to 21 Celsius at 70 in Fahrenheit.
It's not possible! Welsh people, why do you name your cities that? It's actually, it's not even a big town either. It has like 500 people living there.
I know.
I'm sweating of laughter.
I'm also sweating, but I'm just sweating in general. Your AC is not even on.
'Cause it's 47 degrees outside!
Outside!
And here it's like 80.
Exactly.
But the entire window is not even sealed off, so...
Oh no, those millimeters.
No. That is the metric system.
Millimeters are a part of our system. Why do you think they're on our measuring tapes?
You know there's one country one country, well, one town in the entirety of the United States that uses the metric system.
Which is?
I don't know. It's somewhere in Arizona. And they're getting ready for the conversion that hasn't happened because America is so stubborn.
Well, yeah. Why do you think we moved here?
Switch to the better system. You know, Canada's better anyway.
Yeah, why don't we just go get free healthcare and
Yeah,
poutine?
Let's go.
Free healthcare,
Eh.
poutine.
You know, poutine that will result in you using the free healthcare.
That too.
You know, heart failure.
Newfoundland, that's a great place. It's basically the Ireland of Canada.
That everyone forgets about.
No, I didn't forget about it.
My favorite place is British Columbia. You know, after the British.
You're French,
I know.
so that doesn't
I'm
even
not
make
even.
sense.
I'm not even. You know, it's sad. I'm French Canadian, but the only part of Canada I visited is a place that's not even French. But they still have French road sign stuff because the majority of Canada is French.
French.
For French. Because it's basically just a bunch of French prisoners that the British brought over.
I saw a meme.
A meme.
Yeah, where it's just like the British reading any non-British thing, like any non-British textbook or whatever,
Yeah.
or history book. That's it. Them reading any non-British history book. It's just like, are we baddies?
Are we bad?
Are we bad?
No. You're perfectly fine people. I promise, British. Any British people who are watching?
You're
fine.
perfectly fine people. Now.
Now.
That's the key word.
Not
now.
Not in the 15th century, the 14th century, the 16th century, the 17th century, the 18th century, the 19th century, and the 20th century. Now you're fine, but not back then.
Just ignore the 14th to 19th century.
Yeah.
And the 20th.
You were okay during the 20th century, but you still had some people that you were...
You still had a rough patch.
Yeah, you were still, killing people in India, all that jazz.
Still had the big guy in World War II.
Yeah, still had that guy that you made him commit suicide. The skinny mustache guy. That guy that YouTube doesn't like his talking. So, we're moving on. Yeah, YouTube, why don't you like history?
Because I guess YouTube doesn't like real talk.
And this video is blocked. Susan's
already going to be claimed. What?
Susan's like, no, it's not going to be claimed because that's a no copyright version.
It didn't sound any different.
Well, the video itself wasn't copyrighted, so I trust it.
You may trust it, but I don't. I still think the video is going to be claimed.
It's fine if it gets claimed. I can cut it out. You're not funny. And that was the end of Mr. Nink. And possibly the end of this episode. That is from an island, sir. That is a pretty expensive piece of...
How was it expensive? It's made all out of wood and could easily be recreated.
Not anymore. They shut down the store for that.
I'm talking about by hand. This could easily be recreated.
And it's a souvenir, so... From a country that's like 2,000 miles away from here. If not 3,000 miles.
The USA itself is 2,000 and 3,000 miles across.
It's 2,100 from Maine to Los Angeles.
It's 3,000 miles from LA to New York, roughly.
Are you okay?
Yes.
I think you're on some sort of drugs. That shook the entire desk. Because I'm leaning against it. It's an earthquake!
It's an earthquake.
That's actually, I'm gonna measure the distance from my address, which I'm not gonna say.
From this address, where we currently are, in this house apartment, from this house apartment bunker place, to wherever he's sending it to.
If you guys can find my house, I'll give you $100.
You don't even have $100. You barely have $1. So don't go sending out challenges like that.
It is 2,200 miles. Please stop. Let's test your theory from New York to LA. Yeah, LACA. That's where I want to go. LACA.
LA, Canada.
It's 2,700 miles.
I did say roughly.
Why is there restricted road? I don't even care. Your destination is in a different time zone. Really?
Oh no!
Oh no! You gained 3 hours from New York to LA because
you gained the 3 hours.
Because there's 4 different time zones in the United States. Technically 5 if you count Hawaii.
You do, cause that's U.S.
I mean continental U.S.
That is continental.
It's not on this continent.
It is.
Not.
It is.
It's 12,000 miles in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. That is my clothing, sir. Feet pics. That's the new topic
There you go.
for the next episode. Feet pics. The next episode is called Feet
thanks
Pics.
for the footrest.
You're welcome.
The stretching my legs hurts.
Exercise hurts.
That's what I said earlier. Exercise hurts.
Yeah, because it hurts not to hurt. Basically, it hurts for you not to hurt. If it makes sense. In the long run, you're not going to be hurting.
What?
I don't know.
My brain just went through the ringer.
No, don't like this video. Don't subscribe. And don't watch it.
Wait, we're ending?
Yeah. We're 50 minutes in. Why not?
Or what?
50 minutes in. Why not?
Oh, okay.
You have any final sayings, sir? I'm probably going to blur your feet, by the way.
Go die in a fire. Go buy his defective coffee mug.
Oh, you can't buy this one anymore.
Yeah, that's why I said go buy his defective coffee mug. Royalties go to me. All 100% of them.
The 50 cents I get from it.
Yeah, all royalties 100% go to me. So make sure you buy like 5,000 so I can get $50. And yeah. Bye.